going to be a real quick review on Attack on Titan Before the Fall Chapter 3. For the most part, this chapter was very basic in a sense. It did progress in certain aspects, but I guess for the most part with this chapter, it's starting to make me feel like, okay, things need to start progressing a lot quicker. We need to get a quicker pace to this manga, because if in the next, I want to say few chapters, maybe 2-3 chapters, it's really not going anywhere and it's just really taking too long, then I'm not going to review these faithfully every month, because like this chapter, while there was progression and some time passed or whatever, it just felt like, I don't know, very, I guess, slow in a sense, but then at the same time things are progressing. So I don't know, it's just maybe a good word to cap it, even though I don't really like to throw this around. It's kind of like boring in a sense, because it was just like, alright, so Kyukuro meets the girl, very predictable that she wasn't going to do anything as soon as she saw him, because to her, she thought he was going to be, she thought, Kyukuro was going to just be this monster like the Titans that she saw over the wall. She thought it was just going to be some disgusting creature. And then she sees it's just this harmless boy, and he's even like, suicidal. He just doesn't even want to live anymore. He's been tortured. And she finds out about, how they were treating him and what's the real truth. So it was just like, in a sense, a character development for Charlie, what is her name? Charlie, whatever. So it was pretty much character development for her. Character development for Kyukuro, where it's pretty much like, okay, I'm going to get out of here. I have a dream. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to piss on the steel, whatever. So in a sense, it was some decent progression and mainly character development. And at the same time, at the end of the chapter, we also got that, it's pretty much they're going to be both having to try to escape from this cage. Him from getting sold and her from being sold off for marriage or whatever, or, traded off to be married to another family. And it gave them a goal, each of them, like, they just want their freedom at the end of the day. But definitely, like in the next chapter, we need to move out of there. We need to get them out of the setting, because the setting is just very dull. It's just him in a dungeon, her coming back and forth trying to bring him food and whatnot. And yeah, it was just really like setting, and to a certain degree, this like realistic tone. But like if you compare, let's just say, the first 3 chapters of the original Titan, or even the first couple chapters of the Levi manga, is like Before the Fall is looking very pale in comparison to them as far as pacing goes. And it's just like things are happening, but it's not happening, I guess, fast enough, and a lot of dialogue-less pages, a lot of, just drawings and stuff like that. And I guess I'm slightly disappointed, because while I understand, this is business at the end of the day, they're trying to make as much Titan as they possibly can, and I'm excited because I want more Titan, but if it's going to be like this, then I'll read it when I have the time or whatever, because it's like, this chapter was cool, but it really didn't feel like much happened, even though it did happen. It's the weirdest thing, because like some stuff did happen, but it felt like really nothing was going on, and there was a lot of dialogue-less pages and just art and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 10. It was average, predictable stuff with the girl turning around. We did get character development and we did get a little progression, but as a whole, I'm just like, yo, 2 or 3 more chapters, and then I'm going to decide if I'm going to keep reviewing this monthly or not, because it's just like, last chapter is just like, this chapter is just like, and I don't want to just keep feeling like this when I'm coming into review. So if it just keeps on with this pacing of like slow pacedness, weird shit, then I'm totally not going to be, because at the end of the day, it's like, we got a goal, we got character development. Man, what I'm hoping from the upcoming chapter definitely is, first of all, I want to see Charlie's brother in a situation, because he was beating on Kyukuro to get some confidence. Like, oh, you're a big fucking man, huh? You're beating on a defenseless kid that doesn't know nothing, thinks he's a monster, doesn't want to believe he's a monster, whatever the case may be. You're beating on him for confidence. I want to see him in a conflict with an actual Titan at some given point. I don't want to see him like killed off by like Kyukuro escaping, like bashing a rock, as much as like him getting his head bashed off with like a boulder or some shit while Kyukuro escapes. I think it'd be more effective to have him in actual combat with a Titan, piss himself, and then get his fucking head ripped off or something. That would be great. And same thing with the father. I'd just like to see him get eaten in one foul swoop or whatever, because they definitely have it coming. That's right now what I really want out of this manga for the foreseeable future. And of course, for them to escape and to learn more about Kyukuro. Is he really indeed not a Titan? Because he did get injured and he didn't heal immediately. But it could be, since he's a Titan child. There's still things that we could find out about Kyukuro as far as like if he's really a Titan or not. I'm imagining he probably has some sort of Titan features in there somewhere. Maybe he truly is a Titan child. And aside from that, really, that's all I really have as far as expectations for the following chapter. But this one was a meh chapter. Again, I'm going to give this one 5 out of 10 average. Hopefully, we get some more in the next coming chapters. Let me know what you guys think. First of all, Kyukuro, Titan or no Titan? You think maybe there's just different characteristics for him since he's maybe this Titan child? Also, predictable. Did you really, feel like, oh my god, I didn't see Charlie doing that? Because I think anybody would have saw it coming. Regarding that whole thing. Just your overall thoughts of the chapter and Attack on Titan Before the Fall as a whole. Do you feel as though it's been just really this slow pacing, and are you like disappointed with it as what it is right now? Let me know in the comment section below and your overall thoughts. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you want to see that crusty ass motherfucker that had been beating on Kyukuro get his head smashed in and ripped off by a Titan, because that would be great. For ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.